Hey friends, it's Latonia here and welcome back to my Let's Write Life space here on YouTube. So after my last video, before my last video, I shared with you guys how I went on a enrichment month. And to be honest, I had no idea that my life was really about to go under a crazy construction zone. Like my life became a construction zone. Things just being all ripped and torn apart because of what I discovered during my time off. And coming back to coming into this new year, I have completed the construction, I guess, for lack of better words. I have completed the construction that has been going on in my life. And let me just give you a glimpse of what that looks like. Hey Soul Riders, it's Latonia. I wanted to give you guys a little update on what's going on here at Journal Space Studio. I am working on something new. And on my post-it note on my board, which is now cleared off, my vision board is gone. Time to create a new one because I'm at a different place in my life, which I'm realizing this shift that I started during my enrichment month is really shifting my life in ways I didn't actually expect. And I've been going through a lot of struggles with the adjustment to the changes that I'm feeling I have to do in order to up-level my life. And the things that I have been praying for, believing for, wanting to do, it's requiring me to change. And the things that I had planned to change, I started to change, but the things that I did not plan to change, even those things I'm realizing are things that needed to change as well. So I wanted to just do a quick vlog as best as I could through this process of changing. Today, as I've been sitting at the office, I'm going to give you a quick little glimpse of what I mean by this. I started working on the Best of Me program 2017 January, and now it's December 2000. I started working on this January 2018, and it is now December 2018, and what I started earlier this year, I believed I would have done by now. And as it turns out, those plans did not pan out the way I had envisioned. And so I kind of got to this place where I was feeling discouraged, I was feeling disappointed, I was feeling as though I had failed in a lot of areas of my life. Well, not in my life. I failed in a lot of areas with my business growth this year. And I struggled with that, especially having just lost a good friend of mine and having put so much time and energy into this goal, and it did not work out. I mean, guys, I spent a year literally committing myself one day every single week, and then in the last 2 months, I almost gave this thing full days, full weeks, weekends to see that it would happen in 2018. And guess what? It just didn't. Outside of my control, things I didn't expect to happen, and it left me feeling miserable. And I felt like my life sucked, that I had a stupid business, that I had a stupid plan, and that I had a stupid life. That sounds so harsh, right? But that's the real feelings that I was feeling. And I found myself starting from scratch, December 2018. And here I am today in the office sharing this with you because what I'm realizing is that although I had planned to do this manual, I had to go through this process and realize that had it turned out the way I had planned, I wouldn't be doing what I'm about to share with you today. And as hard as it was for me to realize that it was time for me to change, my plans weren't allowing me to be open to the change that actually ended up being needed. And so I share this to encourage you, because here is what has come out of it. The plan that I had for the Best of Me was that I would launch some retreats and do this Best of Me program that I started in 2013, or I should say 2015. And over the last year, 2018, I have grown so much. I have realized what really matters in my life on a new level. I have got to a place where I am able to dream again. I'm digging deeper into understanding who I am, what makes me happy, and what I want to do with my life. And after seeing that goal of mine not completed, it forced me to have to sit back, stop, and react, or I should say, and reflect on what had happened and reflect over the program itself. And in that moment of me stepping back, reflecting, processing what's going on in my life and where I stand, I realized that that program is no longer the reflection of who I became in this year. So although I felt like I failed in my business and on this journey this year, because I've done so well with my business in previous years, and I believed and did bold things, stepped out, did bold things this year that did not turn out the way I had planned, I'm here at this moment seeing that what I had planned was not the best plan for me. And I had to have a crash and burn session to realize that, to stop me from creating a program that is just old and is no longer a reflection of who I am today. And here I was working on a plan and a program based on who I was 3 years ago. And so I'm excited about this new journey. I'm excited about bringing me and what it means to choose happiness, what it means to realize the best of who you are, and begin to share this new journey with you that I did not expect or see coming until this month, December 2018, that has brought me to a point of discouragement and a point of disappointment that opened my eyes to see what I needed to see. And that is that I was missing the best of me in this program that I want to share with you. And so I have stripped my vision board. My vision board is over here while I'm going through this transitional phase. And I'm going to be changing this office around. But on the board, what I have is this. It's a little post-it note, and it says, happiness is self-care. I wondered a lot about what's my message, what am I sharing with the world, what am I inspiring you guys with that really makes a difference in life. And when I took a step back from planning that program out, I said to myself, LaTonya, how are you? That's one of my main questions I always ask myself when I need to nourish my emotions. I am always asking myself, how are you? That's how I journal. It's how I am able to release whatever it is I need to say without judgment, and I just flow. Once I'm done flowing and venting and all of that stuff, usually the next question I ask myself is, so what are you going to do about it? Just being real. And ultimately, I always come back to the same words I've been saying for several years now, and that is, I want to choose to be happy. And in that moment, I realized that's exactly what I do for all of you guys. I show you my life. I show you what my happiness looks like. And I encourage you to begin a journey of journaling for you to realize what happiness means to you. And that's exactly what I plan to do as I recreate this Best of Me program and share how you can begin to incorporate what happiness means to you into your everyday life. All right, friends, you're worth writing for. You always were, you always will be. So let's write life. So after that period of time, I realized, I have to move forward. Meaning I have to just pick up the pieces of my life and start to rebuild, start to rewrite my life the way I wanted it to be. And going through just the loss of such a good friend to me, going through the struggle that I face with balancing motherhood and business and wanting to pursue my dreams but feeling incapable of doing that, having to let goals go that didn't actually pan out the way that I had envisioned them to be. I mean, there was just a lot going on that I really had to sift through. So in that construction phase of my life, I realized two very important things. I realized that although I have been hit with setbacks and challenges and things that really made me wonder if I could pursue this journey anymore. I mean, literally, I wondered if this whole business was possible for me because of all of the setbacks that I was facing. What I came to realize is that I have two things going for me that give me hope. Two things going for me that allow me to keep going forward and continue to keep pressing forward despite what's going on in my life. And really there's more than two things, but these are the two things that really stood out to me over these last few months. And that is one, that I know how to find my way back to happiness. A lot of people are always telling me, LaTonya, you're always happy. You're always happy. How can anybody be happy all the time? You can't be happy all the time, or saying things that's kind of like, how in the world do you maintain your happiness? Or you can't really be happy all the time. But I am in many ways, and it's only because I know how to get back to that place of happiness, and that's where I desire to be. So I have established systems in my life that allow me to find my way back to that happiness when life tries to get the best of me. And so coming into this year, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of what makes me who I am. And what makes me who I am is my ability to be happy and always find my path back to that happiness that I desire to dwell in each and every day of my life. No matter what's going on, I always can find my way back to those things in my life that make me happy. The second thing that I'm really glad came out of my enrichment month, came out of that deconstruction zone of my life, was that I know my purpose. And wherever your purpose is, that confidence just thrives within you. It builds up, it pushes you to follow your dreams in ways that other people are not capable of. And realizing that for myself has spoken volumes to me. And it really excites me about the direction that I'm going to be moving my life into, because that type of clarity about that type of self-knowledge about who you are and what you want to do with your life and what your purpose is and what makes you happy, that type of self-knowledge opens up so many doors of opportunity for you to live your life in ways you've never thought to think or imagine. The thing about it is you need that confidence to propel you. You need the confidence to drive you to carry out the things that you feel you're meant to do with your life. So in this video, I am excited to share the theme for 2019, which is Awaken Your Happiness. So let me tell you what that means. Walk in your purpose. I don't know about you, but for many years now, I've been running my business and living my life believing for my mental health to be conquered, meaning I have developed positive coping skills for me to be able to overcome discouragement, depression, anxiety, so that I don't have to feel stuck in life. And because of those barriers to my mental health, I have never got to a place where I have felt able to fully walk in my purpose. I haven't been able to dream big when it comes to the big goals that I want to see happen in my life, because I wasn't at a place where I was able to believe in myself enough to be able to do it. The next thing that comes to mind, or what I am embedding into this Awaken Your Happiness theme, this story I'm living this year, is my ability to choose to be happy. What that means is just, I'm deciding for myself this year, I want to be happy. I want to live my life. I want to push the borders on my dreams and see what happens. Which leads me to this next thing: rewrite your story. Rewriting your story means reimagine your life. If your vision board goals came to life, what would your life look like? Reimagine, if you want to be happy, what does that look like now? Not what did happiness look to you last year or the year before that, or even a couple of months ago. Reimagining what happiness means to you right here, right now, today. And the last thing that I am bottling into this Awaken Your Happiness theme is believe in your dreams. It's one thing to have dreams. It's one thing to write about dreams, but do you believe in them? What elements can you embed into your life that can help you start to walk it out? Believe it inside for yourself so that you can bring those goals and dreams to life without having to rely fully on someone else's opinion, without someone else's guidance leading you every step of the way. How can you get to a place in your life? What elements can you put in your life that will allow you to believe in yourself with full confidence, trusting your journey, embracing your journey like you never have before? This is where I stand right now. I am so excited for 2019 because in 2018, I did a lot of things in my life to position me for where I am now, to awaken what this happiness means to me. And so for the next videos that you'll see moving forward is going to be what it looks like for me to awaken my happiness based on my vision board goals, based on the things that have been on my heart to do that I have been too afraid to do. I want to show you what my happiness looks like. I want to show you what it means to choose happiness each and every day. And I want to show you how to rewrite your story in a way for you to believe in your dreams. So I'm excited to begin this journey with you. Before I close out here, I invite you to check out the next video that's coming up. I'm going to be starting to show you the process, showing you my new vision board for 2019 and the steps I'm taking to build it and put it together and create it. So as you're sitting here and you're thinking to yourself, what does awaken your happiness mean to you? I want you to start journaling about these things so that you can be ready to rewrite your life too. Here's the first question I have for you to inspire you to start planning out what your new chapter looks like. Here's the first one. What are your dreams? Have you had a chance to think about them and write them out and get them down on paper? Start to plan out your vision board about what your dreams look like? The second one is, if you could have a fresh start on the dreams you currently have, what would your fresh start look like? I mean, ask yourself, if your vision board goals came to life, what would your life look like? Write about it. What's your level up look like? What's your next step look like? Whatever you can imagine, write it down. The first step to rewriting your story and rewriting your life really starts with what you start to write, and then we can plan our life out from there. The last thing that I want you to keep in mind is this. What can you do today to start making that fresh start a reality? This is where our journey begins. This month, I'm going to be sharing with you my life as I'm rewriting it, with hopes that you would join me in the Choose Happiness Vision Board Bootcamp, where we will be focusing on finding out what exactly makes you happy. And at the end of that bootcamp, we're going to be creating a vision board together based on what you found out in your life is your definition of what happiness means to you. Okay, friends, be in tune for the next video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Hey friends, it's Latonya here, and welcome back to my Let's Write Life channel. It has been some time. I don't want to say that it's been some time. Hello, friend. Hey there, soul writer. Business was possible for me because of all of the setbacks that I'm facing. What I came to realize is, oh my gosh, it was just a mess. Oh my God. You're worth writing for. You always were. You always will be. So let's write life.